So this is where I use my ace in the hole. What's it like to not have dreams? To just want a regular 9-to-5 job and a house, and that's it. You like living that life, Jarvis?
No, I do not. But it's one of those things where I don't know. I guess it is like the trope. So I do like the fact that it subverted expectations, because when it got to that scene, I was like, "Oh, here we go!" And then she leaves her husband to get back with the old flame, and
but that doesn't happen.
And it doesn't happen. So I was happy to see or not see that. However, whichever perspective you want to take on that, it reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with Star-Lord and Gamora, because like I secretly man, I just want them to be back together. They were good, you know what I mean? Like they loved each other.
Yeah, but it would just never be the same.
It wouldn't, and it was so funny because I did see that movie with my buddy Clint, who is real. Excuse me.
Guardians 3, not La La Land.
Guardians 3, yes, not La La Land. And we had a long conversation because I was like, just my life situation, I really connected with Star-Lord in that. And I was just kind of like, I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, how would he just not accept his reality and continue to pine for someone who doesn't want him anymore? That's so weird and unrealistic.
You did talk to me about that too.
Yeah. So that one, so that's what I'm saying is like, I connected with that. Like you connected with La La Land, but La La Land did not connect with me in my current life situation. To answer your question, no, I don't want to just like live a 9-to-5 life for the rest of my life and not pursue my dreams. You know what I mean? And like want something bigger and better for me and for those around me. And
well, let me ask you this: what is the movie about? The relationship or their passions?
I mean, well, I think it's clear that it's about their passions, but at the same time, that's what I'm saying. I think the trope is that in most of these movies, the goal is the relationship. Like The Notebook, which is also a movie with Ryan Gosling in it. That out of all things, the dream is us together, whatever that looks like. And so I get it in the sense of it subverts expectations and doesn't go down that path. The Notebook is a movie I actually have seen like 5 or 6 times. And it's a movie that I like, and I think it is generally well liked, but you know,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I really like that movie. I also like the what's the one with Mandy Moore?
Tangled.
No, that's a good one too, though. But it's the one where she has, I don't know if you've seen it. She has cancer, and the boy is the cool jock, and he's dates her on a kind of a dare-ish type situation and falls in love with her.
Tangled.
Yes, that's the one. So I get it in the sense that it subverts expectations, but for me,
it's not about the subverting expectations. My point is that you don't identify with either of the main characters. You're not the strong-headed, passionate type that's like, this is I've known what I wanted to do for the rest of my life forever, and I'm good at it, and I will not compromise. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, no other way.
I mean, I can relate to that a little bit. Like the fact that I'm here doing this thing is, I think, proof of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, so here's the thing. Regardless of whether this becomes a successful thing and opens the doors for future things, I probably would do this for the rest of my life with you. You know what I mean? That's my commitment and my love for you. But this is something that's also fun for me. And this is something that allows me an avenue to be able to talk about movies and things I love. So.
I think that it's an important thing to bring up that there is. I'm gonna say this. This is me having actual on camera, but probably wouldn't want this on camera moment with Jarvis. I do not doubt your love for this and what you and I do at all. Yeah. Your passion for this is not at all the same as my passion for making movies.
Yeah.
They are two extremely different things.
Okay, but here's and getting real, like a bigger passion of mine that is underlined in us doing this is the potential ability to help you live your dream.
No.
That is a bigger desire for me.
Yeah.
From doing this, that if it opens doors so that you and my friends and my family can live and enjoy life better than, to the fullest of their abilities. And for you and even my real friend Clint and even my aunt
who's real
in California, like I want to be able to create opportunities to make movies. I want to be a part of that with you guys, because I do love movies. Maybe not to the extent that you do, or in a different way than you do, but I still want to, like, the true root and bud of my heart is to help people. And there are things, and movies are something that I'm passionate about in a different way, but I still want to be a part of whatever journey that means with you, Clint, my aunt. Like, I want to be a part of that because I do love movies, and I do think I have could bring some good insights. But a bigger, like I said, the bigger thing is, like, this is something that I like to do, but it is in certain ways an engine for me to be able to help people in a wider, different sense.
Yeah, but I full-time movie fans is the hobby, not the end goal. It's the stepping stone. It's very correct. It is very Mia of you, is what it is.
Okay.
The Sebastian thing would be, you're actually, like, actively pushing your way to do and just doing it.
Yeah.
And just doing it because it's all you want to do.
Yeah.
And it's very Mia of you to be pragmatic about it and go, if I can get this, then I can do the next part of it and then get to the next thing, which is what I actually want to do. Do I want to be a teacher in a shitty school drama? No. What I want to do is act in feature-length movies, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. And
were you speaking as you or Mia?
Yes. And I think the thing that's important about this is the reason why I don't think it resonates with you is because you're not a Sebastian. And I don't even think you're a Mia, because the podcast is not the end goal. The end goal is helping other people with their Sebastian dreams.
I am their hypothetical child.
You are.
I'm pragmatic enough to know that I have responsibilities that require that I make money.
Yeah, and you pay your bills.
Yes,
yeah.
and then
yes.
But I also am,
which is important, and I'm not going to say it's not important.
And I'm also unwilling to just concede and say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I'm good at fully and maybe just work my way up and try to make a living and have a family a normal way, because this is me pursuing something that I love to do, hoping that it can be something that allows me to follow what my heart truly desires as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If it
we're almost there. We're almost there. So
he's getting the wires that he's connecting the dots with right now.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Would you say that Sebastian has a very clear end goal for his life? What does he want? What does Sebastian want for his life?
Yeah, I mean, he wants to do jazz music his way, the way he wants to do it.
And what is Mia's end goal with her life?
She wants to act, right? And she wants to be in love, and she wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants all the things.
All right, here we go. What does Michael want with his life? Me right here.
You want to make movies.
Great. And what does Jarvis want for himself, for his life?
I want to help facilitate people being able to live their dreams and just make the world better.
Ooh, what's the key word there?
Help.
Other people.
Okay.
What's the Jarvis dream?
To be in a position to do that, to help other people.
And how does that help Jarvis? What fills Jarvis's soul personally about making sure other people get to live their dream? Which I want to make very clear while Jarvis is thinking about that. Jarvis's dream is not an incorrect dream. It is not an unreasonable dream. It's not a dream. What it is a very different thing that I do not think we're going to have the time to get into, which is a theory. This is a theory that I've had for a long time.
About me?
No, about people in general. You have artists and you have business people.
Yeah.
And business people don't do art because they don't. And artists can't do business because they're bad at it. Because they're good at art. They're not good at the practical.
Man, okay.
You hear what I'm saying?
Are you saying I lean more towards the business side?
I'm saying you lean more towards the business side. You want to lean more towards the making sure that the people don't have to worry about the other parts of it so that they can do the art. Is that an incorrect claim?
That's the picture of the canvas that I want to paint on.
So there you are, brother. You are the more of what I would consider the business side. And the reason you don't resonate is because this is a movie about two artists that want to pursue their dreams.
I mean,
and there's nothing about somebody in the middle of it facilitating their ability to do it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think in my head, I would hope that someone that I connect with would be the person that helps encourage me in the ways that, one, help me pursue my dreams, but also because, okay, my biggest thing in life is balance, is finding balance in everything. Being confident in the things that I'm confident that I feel right about, the things morally that I stand for, but also finding that balance to consider, hey, just because you think you've thought about this, well through, and you're so confident in your position that you could be wrong too. So you need to consider and be humble to accept others' opinions as well. So like balance is my big goal. And
I think you're totally fine with that. And you're right for it in a lot of ways. And that's part of what this movie is trying to explain, is that it's not, neither of them are right in their own way.
And there's no balance.
They both need to come to a realization that she needs to push a little harder, right, and have a little more faith in herself, and he needs to give in to the idea that he can't have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
that's kind of the idea. Is the movie is that they were right for each other in the wrong ways, and they both could have succeeded if they could have taken themselves out of the equation.
I think that's part of it. You know what I mean? Like, because that's the way my mindset is that, like, even, oh man, I don't want to get too much into that. I believe that people, if they have the right mindset and they have the ability to communicate their feelings and emotions well, that a middle ground can come to it. I think that there is that, what we saw in the end, there is that world where, that worked out for both of them, where they both still got to have their dreams and each other.
Yes.
So, but then when we see it, it's also, and this is another thing too, is like, but I'm not, because you have to ask yourself, are their lives as they are now less than because they are not together?
Yes.
But it's still,
that's the thing they gave up in pursuit of their dreams.
Yeah.
And the fact that they could have had it both ways.
So then let me ask you this then, since we're literally on the couch, so then how does this resonate with you? Do you feel like you've compromised, or do you feel the pains of compromise, or do you feel because both of those people, you would say that, okay, if you had to say Mia's more on the business side, but she still has that artist.
Oh no, they're both heavy artists. But they're both heavy artist side.
But she's
just pragmatic.
Yes. Okay. Pragmatic. So then, what was it specifically that spoke to you about this? Because, and I understand the setting in which you watched this, and it just spoke to you on a more personal level.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, just for me, to reiterate, I do what I know I have to do because I have to. But that doesn't mean I'm not willing to do what I can in the moments to pursue what I want. Which is what this is about. I mean, I'm investing a lot of time, energy, and money to make sure that I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, for you guys. And for me.
It's for him.
And for him.
And for me. It started out being for him. And as we get through it more and more, it's about us.
Well, it's always, I mean, to be honest with you, it's always been about, in a sense, you.
That is, as we're talking about it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true. That is what, in essence, it is.
I believe my purpose is to hopefully impact the world in a positive way with the people that are even just in my vicinity, people that I would consider close friends, people that I would consider Ohana.
He's going to give me up to the state.
No, the animated version, the original version of Ohana.
Okay.
And yeah, just everybody, even people that I'll never meet. I hope that the things that I do impact other people's lives that I may never even meet in a positive way.
Yeah.
Through the things that I am trying to accomplish, which we talked about a little bit beforehand, and I won't get into that on the internet, but
the answer to you, Jarvis, of why how this resonated with me is that believe it or not, I am much more the Sebastian type.
Yeah.
But understanding that, going into it, looking at the movie.
Do you see this as a side quest, or do you see this
as part personally?
Yeah.
No, it's just something to do.
Just something to fill the time.
It validates the $60 a month I give to Adobe for my Premiere Pro subscription.
Okay, so this
for
is validating
editing
your investments. Okay, I got it.
I mean, it's the reason why the camera's here, the new one. It's all of this stuff. It is facilitating my ability to make more things. Does that make you happy to hear?
So then, let me ask you this then, because some places I know don't have these types of things. Mm-hmm. So then, this is the access road.
Sure. Yeah.
In the direction that you're trying to head, but it's not the main. It's not the main road.
Yeah.
I see this as the main road for you.
Oh, okay. And hey, guess what? You can get to the destination using the access road too.
You can.
And so either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm not stressing it either way. But the answer is that I looked at the story through both lenses, both Mia and Sebastian's, and I went, hey, I need a double
connection to.
Well, I knew that if I continued going headstrong into it, because like my whole family is very art minded, and not to diss on my siblings, but they went the Sebastian route and went full into it and just wanting to do it full on, and now they don't get to do it nearly as much as they used to because they have to focus more on life, and so I decided to
burn Michael's siblings.
So I decided to take a different route than
the access road.
Than the access road. Well, they tried to take the highway.
Yeah,
right? And the highway jammed halfway up, and their car broke down because they didn't take care of that.
They hit that never-ending San Antonio road construction.
Yeah, or the Los Angeles highway traffic. Either way you want to look at it.
Or that huge, what was it, like freaking month-long traffic jam in China?
Oh God, I didn't know about that. But that's crazy. That's a crazy thing.
Yeah, because they had a 50-lane road that went into like 3 or 4 lanes or something like that.
So yeah, maybe let's not make those. But yeah, so I took not like a full step back. Obviously, I made a movie straight after I dropped out of college, but I take care of my life as it is so that I have a good foundation to be able to do the other things off.
So then do you see yourself as a balance between Seb and Mia?
No. No, I think my problem is I don't know where that balance is, because right now I'm taking more of I'm just going to do some small things every once in a while, write a project, see what comes of it. But I don't know where the jumping in point is at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
that
I
sounds
want
like the
to
middle
jump
road
in.
to me. That sounds
I
like,
want to jump in
to me,
at
that sounds
any
like,
point, and I just can't.
that sounds like my
figure it out.
life. Like that sounds, I feel like that you're explaining my life too. Like I'm doing what I have to in the meantime, reaching out towards my dreams where I can.
Oh yeah. But my point was that you don't connect with the movie because your pursuit of dreams isn't about yourself. That was my point.
Because I'm pursuing everybody else's dreams.
Because you're pursuing everybody else's dreams and more.
Nice. That was very good.
Thank you.
I really like that.
Thank you.
That was really good. Yeah, man.
That was the point. Is that this movie isn't about you? That's the point.
Yeah.
The movie is about what you're trying to fix the problem
Well, I mean,
of.
Yeah, true. You know what? I'm starting to. Yeah, I can kind of see that because, like, my thing is like, I think what I saw in the end was they could have had both, and I think it's. I mean, but I guess you could say that that's realistic.
That was
like,
the point. The whole
yeah.
point was that they could have had both,
Yeah,
but they didn't know how to do that.
and they're perfectly okay without each other.
Yeah, they'll both live without each other, and know that they're both doing their thing, and that's good enough for each other.
So
For themselves,
it's-
they're living
it's-
it, but
So it's happy and it's sad.
yeah, it's a sappy ending.
So it's a good movie and a bad movie.
Well, it doesn't have having a sad ending doesn't mean it's bad.
Well, I mean,
So my wife would disagree with me on that point, but
well, that's what I mean. Like it's a good movie because of the things that you like, but it's also a bad movie because of things I didn't connect with.
yeah,
But it doesn't matter because they're both good and bad,
that's correct.
just like both of their lives.
Yep.
Agree to disagree on this movie.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But you,
I'm just saying it's not for you.
so then we're agreeing to disagree about that.
I don't know what we're disagreeing on, Jarvis. I'm sitting here saying the same thing you are. You said you don't like this movie, and I said, yeah, it makes sense.
Fair. But you know what? But okay, so but this also goes to a heart of the things I like because you know what? Going back to like the heart of my motivations is the reason I love movies is because they're about people. They're about our feelings and our emotions, ways that we can connect with other people that we may never meet, but because somebody could watch this and feel exactly the way I feel about it, and more people will watch it and feel the way you feel about it.
Mm-hmm. And apparently more people lean towards my side than yours, but we'll get to that with the box office numbers in a second.
Yeah. And so, but this also goes to the heart of what I love is that we get to have conversations, and I get to learn more about you. I get to learn more about me.
Yeah, this one feels a lot more classic full-time movie fans, season
This is
one
so
of full-time
good.
movie
Yeah,
fans.
But that's the heart
previous.
of it is like I love hearing other people's stories and their perspectives, and like even if I ultimately disagree, I can take the nuggets of like the pieces of gold that you found that I missed.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate those things for you. And I get joy from that as well. Even though it may not have spoke to me directly, knowing that it spoke to you directly is still good enough for me. Like
That's good.
I love that this movie was made. I love that we get to be here and talk about it. Like I just love all the aspects of it. So
Better or worse than the Emoji Movie?
oh, hands down better than the Emoji Movie. Absolutely.
Changed his mind. You heard my actual ace in the hole.
You're just going to clip it and edit that? Here's the clip.
That was it.
I actually do love this movie.
Yes, we did it. We did it, everybody.
Now you just cut out all the other stuff and just put that at the end. And
All right, I'm going to give you one number, and then you have to guess how much it made. You ready?
okay.
They made it with $30 million.
$30
Which, by the way, pretty good for $30 million.
Okay. So I guess I want to say it made 300 mil? 4? 6? 500.
500 mil.
500 mil.
Off of 30.
That's a great ROI, return on investment. That's business speak, which apparently I'm really good at.
Sure. Yeah, you know what? Call him Jarvis Businessman.
Jarvis, aka businessman.
Yeah.
I every day I just go out and try to do as many businesses as possible.
Hi, I'm Jarvis. I do business.
I'm trying to do a business right now. Sometimes
That's
I
good.
get in trouble for not minding my own business, though.
Call Jarvis for your business.
You know what?
He
the
will
way
do
I see
it.
The way I see it is, I don't feel business minded. I feel people minded.
That's the reason why my analogy doesn't really work.
My investments is not like banking. It's people.
Yeah, it's like my dad is another person that I use as an example for the business minded, which we'll have to figure out a new phrase for because it's not really business. Yeah. But that's the easiest way to think about it, right? You got the people who make the thing and the people who fund the thing.
Yeah.
My dad is the same way. He's not.
I think funding the thing is fun.
I don't disagree. If I could just take like $500,000 out of a bank and go make a movie with it, that'd be awesome. So if any rich people want to donate to my direct endeavors, that'd be great.
Yeah. Email us.
Is that the right business way to do it, Jarvis? Is to email?
To reach out to us. I mean, because the email address is on the channel, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's fair.
I think that unless you want to
email us,
unless you want to put your home address so that they can mail you or
call
your
Jarvis's phone at.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless you want to dox, we could dox ourselves and they can reach out to us that way.
Write me a letter. Write the check to my address. The address is right here on the screen.
We're gonna pin it. We're gonna pin it in the comments. Actually,
yeah. And if you don't get a good, like if you write it wrong or something, you can always use Jarvis's. Jarvis's address is this one.
Not putting that up there. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
my arbitrary rating is buy it on DVD, rewatch it like once a year. It's worth that to me.
I'll say this. I will concede that it's a rewatchable movie.
Okay.
I'll concede that. But not for me.
That's fair. That's fine. Yeah. Game night exists.
Yeah, I'll just rewatch that instead of La La Land.
You like how I turned game night into a slur right here at the end?
Oh man,
it's like I'm saying something bad to you.
I love it
but it's not.
It's a jab, but I do love.
But
game
it's
night.
It's an honest jab. It's not even like a mean one. It's I have La La Land. You have game night.
Yeah,
it's just how it is. It's not. I will also not say it like. If you tell me that you love a movie that I think was just silly, like Game Night, I won't Last Night in Soho it to you, where I'm like, you're just objectively wrong. It's just a bad movie.
Well, I think we can focus on the movies that we both love, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Somebody that I know is watching it for the first time tonight. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there?
No.
Oh, they get it raw and unfiltered.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about it as soon as they're finished with it.
That's cool.
Yeah, very exciting. I think they're gonna love it because there's no reason not to love that movie. It's
like the perfect movie.
Yeah.
Unless you're Kevin and you don't like it for the reasons that I won't air out right now, but
yeah, we don't care about that.
Kevin's wrong, just to let everybody know.
Yeah.
I have flat out told him he's just wrong about that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. That movie is fantastic. I could
in every single way.
Yes. In everywhere that it's shown,
all at once.
Oh, I love this. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. This was La La Land. We hope you're. I will not utter that phrase that I uttered at the beginning of this anymore to you.
Thank you.
You have grown me in that way. I will not use that. Slur to describe it anymore. But this has been La La Land. This is Full-Time Movie Fans. And we hope your day's everything you dreamed it'd be and more. And we will catch you in the next one.
Now I have to go cancel my trip to La La Land. Because Jarvis doesn't like it. Hey, Full-Time MFers. You like this video? We sure did. If you liked it, maybe you should share it with your friends. Maybe like the video and subscribe.
If we were you, that's what we would do. If I was watching this,
I'd be all over that.
Like, and I'd hit that share, and then I would hit that subscribe in that order.
Yeah. There's also another video that's popped up. YouTube thinks you like this one, so you should watch that one now.
See you next time.